Hey everyone, welcome back to the newest interview on the Whiskerina Ideal. Today we have Megan Gooch. She is based out of Salt Lake, and we are letting her in now. Hello,
Hi,
how's it going?
going well. Very good, thank you.
Now, did you just get off of work?
I did just get off of work.
So what
Well,
is
technically, I'm still working, but I'm taking a break.
so what is it that you do for a living?
I work at a freight forwarder. I do international imports and exports. I
Okay.
bring all of your consumer goods into the US. It's awesome.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, let's see. I'm Megan Gooch. I am from Salt Lake City, Utah. I spent most of my life in Utah, and I work and play. And I have two dogs named Milo and Opie. And I love dogs. I love gardening. I love to read. I do all sorts of weird stuff. I like rocks a lot.
Any good books that you're reading right now?
I just finished reading American Dirt. And by reading, I mean Audible, but it's just more convenient.
It definitely is. Like in this day and age, sitting down and focusing on an actual book,
It's I
it's
can multitask this way, which is very important. So I got a lot to do. I just bought a house and I've been remodeling it little by little, so it's nice to listen while I work.
hmm. So, what drew you to competing?
Well, competing, it's a great question. I am not admittedly a competitive person, but I like to be active, I like to be busy, and I like a challenge. And my husband at the time was into the competitive bearding, and we supported each other's activities and hobbies. And he wanted to go do beard stuff every weekend, and I joined him, but I was kind of getting bored on the sidelines. So I saw these Whiskerinas, and at first I was admittedly confused by it. I hadn't ever experienced or seen a woman wearing a beard before. I didn't understand what it was all about. From my good friend Sarah Schoenwolf, told me a lot about it, gave me some feedback, taught me about the Whiskerina ways, and I wanted in. I like creating things. I like a challenge, and so I entered my first beard competition in Salt Lake City, Utah. It was the last beard competition that was put on by a beard club called the Utah Beard Alliance, which dissolved and some members became Salty Saints, of course. But it was fun. There were only 3 Whiskerinas, but I took third. It was a good time. I had fun after that. I was hooked.
So, do you prefer a realistic style or a fantasy style?
I prefer fantasy style. I enjoy creating. It's more up my alley to use a variety of mediums to create my beards. I doing the realistic is an unfamiliar territory for me. So I spent several years doing the fantasy style, the creative style. But as I've evolved, I wanted to challenge myself too. And realistic is a huge challenge for me. I struggle with it. It's harder. To me, it's so much harder. And I would like to do better at it. So I've been pushing myself to learn more about how to do some quality realistic work.
So, what's your favorite material that you like to use when you're building a beard?
Well, what I like to do is make every beard out of different stuff. I'm never going to be consistent. If I made a beard out of got to be glued cans, I'm not going to do that again. But I do like a basic foundation for the beard, right? Like I use a lot of wire when I build my base, and then I'll build off of the wiring to create whatever final piece I'm going to use. But I like something really strong. I use harness clasps from dog leashes to hook it up behind, because I'm usually going to make something heavy. Like, I don't know how to make it light. I like it big and prominent on stage so that you can see it from afar. So you need a sturdy headpiece to do that.
And how long does it usually take you to make a beard?
Well, I am what I like to call a procrastinator. So I don't like giving myself a lot of time to build the beard. I stress, I perfect. I spend more time messing up what I've already done right if I take a lot of time. So in reality, the time that I spend building a beard is more in conceptualizing, thinking it through for weeks or months, just kind of, what would this idea be? What would I do to pull this off? When it comes down to building it, for better, for worse, I'm not giving myself much time. Maybe a couple days, if that, but several hours every day. Most of the time, it's probably like a 20-hour, 8 to 20-hour project, just depending on the complexity and the challenges you run into in that.
So what's your favorite beard that you've made so far?
Oh wow, that's a good question, because what happens when you're creating is you start loving your piece. It is a piece of art to me. It's something really special, and I like to put my heart into everything I do. So I've loved all of my beards. My very favorite was I grew a beard out of wheatgrass. I got clay and I modeled a beard to my face and then planted grass in it and grew the beard for over a month. And I used that beard in Sacramento a couple years ago and took first place with it. But it was so fun because I was finally able, as a woman, not just as me, to grow my own beard in a way. And so I felt like that was super fun. I loved the way the grass flowed on my face. It had a ton of movement. I worked really hard on having a separate mustache so that there would be a lot of movement for my mouth. I like to be able to talk when I have a beard on. Mm-hmm. So that one I really loved. But I also made a got to be glued beard that I loved too. And the Venus flag. I love them. They're fun. I've had a good time. I have some I don't like. We're not going to talk about those.
I actually remember, I've been at both of the competitions where you did those.
You have.
And I remember, like, I really remember the got to be glued one because I was just thinking it looks so heavy.
It wasn't. It wasn't that heavy, but it was. I loved it because it was so yellow and so bright, and like it was I was studying chakras at the time, and it was like my exemplification of the solar plexus, and it was so cool, and it was fun for me. I had a great time with that beard.
So what's the furthest that you've traveled for a competition?
Mileage, I think Richmond, Virginia for the Great American in 2018 was the farthest I've gone.
Okay, now, do you prefer chocolate or fruity candy?
I really am a moody snacker. So I like chocolate sometimes, but dark chocolate. But I do most of the time, I'm going to prefer something fruity, like sour.
Okay. All right, now, are you a beer, wine, or hard liquor drinker?
In order of preference, beer, wine, and hard liquor. I love beer. I really like beer a lot.
What's your favorite type?
I'm a big fan of IPAs. I like most of them.
All right, so what's your favorite trophy that you've won so far?
Ooh, that's a tricky question. Gosh, my favorite trophy. Wow. I did recently move, so everything's boxed up except for one that I couldn't box up. It's one of my favorites. It's the Sacramento gear trophy. It's actually the only one in this room with me right now. But I also liked the LA did these cool like 90s Rubik's Cube trophies a couple years ago when it was one of my realistics that I was the first one I ever did a John Banks impression, which got me that trophy. But I did like that trophy. I liked the Rubik's Cube. It was just fun. LA always does cute stuff.
I
Funky.
can't wait to get one of those Sacramento trophies just because they're so big and heavy.
Gosh, and what a bummer. This year would have been the year. Oh my, and they are fun trophies too. But we didn't get to go to SAC. So
yeah, I've been hurting just because like the online competitions are great, but it's like I miss you guys.
yeah, exactly. It's something about the physical interaction before the competition, during the competition, and after, where you get to connect more on a personal level, which you don't get to do on the onlines, but they're fun. They still give us a chance to evolve our skills and show off what we got.
Mm-hmm.
But I seriously missed it too.
So, who are some of the most memorable people that you've met in the facial hair community?
Wow. So many, so many. It's been, the facial hair journey has been such an unexpectedly incredible journey for me. I've met so many impactful, special people in doing this. And found lifelong friends. When I started bearding, I of course met Greg and Sarah Schoenwolf, who have become dear, incredible friends to me and have been by my side through thick and thin. And of course, they're very memorable. And then, over the years, it's been one after another, but people I've made really special connections with, like Amy Roberts is an incredible person. Chad Roberts, they're super awesome. Been really connected with them. Andrew Kloss. I've had the opportunity, because we host the what's it called? The Oktoberfest Beard and Mustache Competition here in Snowbird, Utah. I've always opened my home to people who are coming through town. So I've had an opportunity to really bond with a lot of different people as they've stayed at my house and had made meals with me and spent time with me, let my dogs sleep in their bed. The Lauren and Clinton Henneke are some special souls that I've been able to connect with. And, I've really built a good friendship with, gosh, so many. Anthony Carty and Raven Moore have been some super fun people that I've spent a lot of time with in the past year too. So I can't, the list is so long. I can't, everybody, gosh, your people, Arizona, the Cogswells, Tiffany Manning, Allie. I can't keep doing this because I'm leaving people off, but there's so many awesome people, which is what blows my mind about this community. When you need support, friendship, just beyond competition advice, there's people there who will support you no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because completely not related to bearding. One day I messaged Amy. I was like, "Hey, I really need a good macaron recipe."
Yeah.
And she was like my go-to for okay, I need a really good pastry recipe. Who do I go to?
She's
Amy.
awesome. She is awesome. She gave me some tips on a peach crisp recently. I didn't follow them and it did not turn out good.
Goes to show you gotta definitely follow her instructions. She knows what she's talking about.
Oh, I know. But it is fun because we all have skills outside of the bearding world that we can contribute to each other, which is so cool. It's an awesome network.
All right, so where do you see competitive facial hair going in the next few years?
Well, that question, I actually, one time I went to a psychic and she told me I was a psychic, so maybe this will help. But I see it continuing to be an attraction for people who want to show off their facial hair, a place where people can bond and build relationships. I think depending on really where we go with the COVID situation, we're going to have a lot more online opportunities to compete. And I think that it will continue to evolve the way it has with once we're able to get out and about and we resolve this pandemic, we'll still keep moving forward with kind of a new generation of younger bearders because we've got people moving out of the scene, but I think it'll keep rolling forward and evolving into a fun pastime for people who want to show off facial hair and their creative talent and build great relationships and friendships.
All right, so I got some would you rather questions.
Oh, do you now?
Yes, I do. Nothing too crazy.
It's fine.
Like, I'm not going to make you choose between your dogs or anything like that.
That's fair. That's fine. I like to do this to people too. It's cool.
So would you rather eat an egg with a half-formed chicken inside or eat 10 cooked grasshoppers?
10 cooked grasshoppers. They sound good. Dipped in chocolate.
I had some, not recently, it was like a couple years ago, but they were covered in like chili and lime. And they tasted like popcorn.
That's not bad.
It was pretty good.
They're just crunchy protein, right? I actually have never eaten one, but I totally would. My cat ate them all the time and she liked it.
Well, you can't trust a cat.
That's what I hear.
Cats lick their buttholes.
Maybe it's good.
Do not try that, please.
I won't. I'm adventurous, but there's some places I won't go.
All right. Would you rather only wear one color each day or have to wear 7 colors each day?
Ooh, 7 colors each day. That's not hard. I'm probably wearing 7 colors right now. It's called a rainbow.
Do you just wear a rainbow every day?
This necklace has 7 colors in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's the tree of life. I don't know if you can see it, but all the colors. Yellow, orange, red, green, purple, blue, black, white. Yeah, I like color. It's cool.
All right. Would you rather have chapped lips that never heal or terrible dandruff that can't be treated?
Oh, that's a rough one. Jeez. No, I don't want those things. Probably. I guess I guess I'd go with the dandruff.
Okay.
Because I'd wear a lighter color on top so you can see all the flakes on my shoulders.
But then you got those cracked lips that can just bleed all the time.
Yeah, and I talk so much, like my mouth needs to not hurt.
All right, so would you rather live without hot water for showers and baths or live without a washing machine for your clothes?
I could live without a washing machine for my clothes, but I like bathing.
Yeah, definitely.
And what if I cheat and put my clothes in the shower with me?
I guess.
You didn't rule it out.
Are you then using body wash to wash your clothes, or are you washing your body with detergent?
Is that how I got dandruff?
That might be. You're using the wrong shampoo. I
would wash my clothes with body wash. Sounds like it would smell so good.
Depends on the body wash. I've been known to if I had a date night or something, I would add a little Old Spice to my wash just so that way it would smell like Old Spice. And girls are like, oh, you smell so good. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, thanks. It's my laundry detergent. What is it? Don't worry about it.
That's a good idea. I'm going to start doing that with something, maybe. Thanks for the tip, Dylan.
Yeah, of course. So would you rather be locked in a room that's consistently dark for a week or a room that's consistently bright for a week?
Well, I think I would have to go for the dark room, just if it's a week, only for a week, because I would love to catch up on some sleep.
A week's worth of sleep sounds pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, why not, right? I can imagine. I have been locked in a room for several hours in the recent past. There was a light, but my beer was locked outside of the room, so it was not fun.
All right. Would you rather never use social media sites or apps ever again, or never
Yeah.
watch another TV show or movie?
I go with no more social media. What can I use? Like, do I have to just pick up a phone and call people?
Yeah, like a rotary phone, not even like a
Yes, yes,
smartphone.
yes,
Got to be a
yes.
rotary phone.
I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. TV is good. Rotary phone is great. Social media can make me upset. So, rotary phone it is.
All right. And the last question I have for you, can you tell us a joke?
Can I? Gosh, I'm so bad at jokes. I, let me think. I know so many dumb jokes and I can never get the punchlines right. Hmm. 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 I'll laugh at a joke somebody else tells me, but God, that's hard. Why can't I tell a joke? Why? I feel like, wow, so stumped. I have a customer who calls me and reads me jokes literally every day, and like I can't even remember one of his. Oh, I know. What's Did you hear about the astronaut who had that great book he couldn't put down?
No.
It's called Anti-Gravity. I totally messed that joke up. It's not even right. It's not even right. But
I got where it's going.
yeah. I'll tell you a funny story, but jokes are hard.
All right, I got one for you.
Good.
What did the fish say when it ran into a wall? Damn.
See?
I
Oh
got all
wow.
the dad jokes just ready for when my son's old enough.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. How's your son? How old is he now?
He's coming up on 10 months now.
Oh, that's
Yeah, he's just
awesome.
getting to the point where he gets frustrated because he can't verbalize what he wants.
Oh.
So he can say mama, he could say baba, or he can just go with both of his fists shaking in rage.
All the things. All the things. No, he doesn't say dada yet.
I intentionally was like, say mama
Of course, of
over
course.
and over again. So then that way, when it was like the middle of the night, he would just call out, mama, mama. And I'd be like, baby, he's calling for you.
It's
Like,
you.
he wants you. He doesn't want me. Otherwise, he'd be saying dada.
Right,
So as
right.
soon as he started doing that, I was like, baby, like, you heard him. He wants you. She just looked at
Sorry,
me like,
sister.
I
She
get
caught
it
on,
now.
didn't she?
She thought I was just like being a sweet, awesome dude. And it's like, no, like, I wanted him to say dada first, but I was willing to make that sacrifice.
Right. You are super sweet like that. Devious, maybe too.
Just a little bit.
It's
Well,
fine.
thanks again for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Oh no, thank you. Thanks for thinking of me. It's fun. It's good talking to you. It's been a minute.
It has.
I think I talked to you after you did so well at the LA competition in May. I think I said to you some like, congratulations, your beard is awesome message, but that was about it. So it's good to talk to you.
Yeah, like that's one of the main reasons why I started doing this is because I missed everybody, and now I get a chance to sit down for like 25, 30 minutes and just get to know everybody a little bit better, because you get to the competition, there's so many people to talk to.
Oh yeah.
That all this little stuff kind of like falls through the cracks of getting to know you better as a person.
Exactly. I've been fortunate with you, Dylan, because I've been able to connect with you over the years and spent like in Austin and had a good time with you. You've always been around.
Oh, playing
Wherever
the
I am.
bouncer for you and Crystal. in Austin was hilarious.
Oh yeah, we've had so much fun with Dylan. Oh gosh, jeez, I like it. We have a good time. I miss it. Well, we'll get together again one day,
Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later.
right? We'll see.
But thanks
But,
again for doing this, and you have a good rest of your day.
well, thank you. You're so welcome. Same to you. And
All
I
right,
will
bye.
talk to you later. All right. Thanks. Bye.
So that was Megan. She is with the Salty Saints, and they were supposed to host the Great American Mustache and Beard Championships, but with the COVID and everything, they weren't able to do it. Hopefully, they'll be doing it in 2021. But until then, we'll see. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a good day.